my name is Brittany Postma, and I'm so excited to be starting at Zealand Christian this coming school year. I will be filling the roles of doing part-time full-time middle school art education, and then the other half of the time I'm going to be doing Spanish education, the FLES position, with the younger kids in the elementary. So I'm really excited. I don't know. The first question that I picked was, what do you do for fun? And like, what are your hobbies?
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, we all have to really develop our hobbies right now, but I like to read a lot, and we just got a house last summer, and so I've been doing lots of fix-up projects and just like fun things like that because I love doing all that. So lots of painting and hand-painted wallpaper and things like that. I like to paint. You can see.
Yeah, is that yours? I was gonna ask
Yeah,
if that was yours.
my little art studio area.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fun.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What else? I don't know. I hang out with my family's super close, and we all live in the area.
Oh, cool.
And I have 3 other siblings, all within 4 years of me. So we're all pretty close, and we like to spend time together. And I have friends in the area as well that I like to spend time with. It's one of my best friend's birthdays today, so
Oh, awesome.
I'm throwing her a birthday party tonight. So yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, is your dad Scott Potter?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I've met him through all the Creation Ridge stuff that we're doing
Oh yeah.
at Ridge Point. So I've been able
Yeah.
to
Oh,
know him.
that's so awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes over there. I've been in the
Yeah.
building. I've actually been, so it's like a woodlands theme, right? Because it's
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So my mom's an interior designer.
Oh,
And
okay.
so she's picking out all of the, paint colors and curtain and setting up the room so that they look like one is a lodge, or no, one is like a barn, one is like woods, and then one is a loft or something. And then they're having me paint like animals in the kind of the rotunda area. So
No
I'll be in
way.
Ridge Point a lot in the next month doing
That's
some of that.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really neat. We'll have to have you paint some stuff on the walls at school too, because our walls are in desperate need of some, I guess not, maybe desperate need's not nice to say. We could use some murals or some more animals on the wall or fun things, stuff like
There
that.
can't be too many of those.
That's right. I'm in full agreement there.
Yeah.
So yeah, why are you excited to teach at Zealand Christian?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. You know already that I went to Zealand Christian, so I have good memories there. I mean, I was thinking about some things that like stuck with me from Zealand Christian, and I remember going to camps, like, like sixth grade camp, and
Yep.
then every year in middle school you do a camp. Like that was always super fun for me. And like chapels, I remember sitting in those chapels, and so I think the 8th graders do a mural every year. Like they choose
The theme.
theme for their year, and then they do a mural. I was on the team for making the mural, and I remember, I think my mural was like, keep your light light up the world, or something with a flame, that verse that's like, don't cover your flame.
Yeah.
So that was all playing big roles in my life, and I just love Zealand Christian. It did a great job of making faith fun and growing it and preparing me. And then I went to the public school for high school. But anyways, also Zealand Christian is very close to where I live. That's really fun because I've been commuting for a while now. And now I won't be doing that. I know that Zealand Christian also aligns with lots of kind of morals and values that I have. There's a good faith community. I'm excited for all of that. I know already that I'm being welcomed into the school and that I'll have a great support system. And, you know, I don't have to claim to be perfect. I just want to grow as a teacher. And I'm just excited for all that. I think it's a fantastic place for me to be teaching, and especially since this is my first year out of college. So I'm really excited. My mentor teachers have already reached out to me, and I'm meeting with the Spanish girls next week, Wednesday. So excited about that.
Nice.
And the art teacher that I'm sharing the position with, she was my art teacher.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat. So you're going to be doing middle school art.
Yep.
And then K1 FLES?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Now, I was just looking when you said that you were on the mural team. Chuck Homeray, the middle school principal, just sent me some images of all the themes that are on the wall they're in the process of working with the 7th graders for the theme next year.
Right. He emailed me about that.
Oh, did he? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So there's Shine On and Light the Spark of Faith. Which one were you?
Okay, those are two different ones. Oh, I kind of feel like, I think it was Shine On. If I saw the mural, I'd probably know and remember.
Right,
I
here,
think
let
that
me
we
share.
painted. Sorry?
I'm going to try to share my screen with you here.
Oh, perfect.
So you can hopefully see.
Oh, it was Shine On.
Okay.
Yep,
Awesome.
and I think that is on to the left of the gym. I don't know. The building has changed so much since I've been there. So
yeah, with the brick that it's on, I think the gym entrance, if you're coming from the kitchen, I think it's on the left there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. That's a fun association to make with you. That's neat.
Yeah.
Really cool. So you shared a little bit about like how important faith is to you in your own life with your hobbies and why you're excited to teach. Would you mind sharing a little bit more about your faith journey to this point?
Yeah, definitely. I've mentioned kind of a few things, kind of like touch points, but yeah. So I felt like Zealand Christian really prepared me, like grew my faith. I chose to get baptized in middle school, or maybe it was like 5th or 6th grade, but I chose to get baptized. That was a very important time for me because in my family, like you get baptized when you're really young, but if you're going to get baptized kind of again, like your choice, it's my parents don't want to push that. They didn't push it. So it was really my choice. I was really excited about that. And so kind of going from there, I felt like I was growing into being a leader at Zealand Christian. I was a leader in one of the family groups or small groups. I don't know what they're called now.
Yeah, you were probably, were you in eighth grade? That would have been small groups.
Okay, yeah. And then Mrs. Slows her speak.
Yep.
You know, the Spanish, that she's the one who like had me be her leader in her room or something.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know how that went. It was so long ago, but yeah. So leaving middle school, going into high school, I was really excited because I could kind of start fresh because it was only me and a couple of like 2 other people going to Zealand Public. Everybody else was going to Holland Christian. And so I really could kind of start anew in going into high school. And I felt like that was a very good developmental time for me because I got to choose new friends or like, you know, become new friends with people, picking those people. I got really into Young Life right from the start, and that kind of those people became my friends. And I did some mission trips. I was very involved in my church youth group. Very involved there because my dad is, I don't know, it was sometimes I didn't want to go as much as my dad wanted me to, but yeah, but that was always good. Felt like I was always growing in high school. My faith always meant so much to me. Of course, like you're always feeling more like close to God at certain times than others, just depending on how much time you're spending with him usually. And so I don't know, Young Life was huge. I became a leader, a student leader. And then going into college, I was also a Young Life leader for middle schoolers for 2 years. And then I went abroad to Honduras. I spent 5 months living in Honduras. And that was a very, I just needed God during that time, like super seriously. Um, and also taking like religion classes in college has really brought me into more of the deep questions. And kind of since I feel like I've always been a Christian or wanted to be a Christian because my family just, I was raised that way. I felt like I just always believed without really thinking too hard about it. And so I felt like in college, I just kind of went into those hard questions. And I was really happy that I did that and that I could do that. Um, yeah, but in all, I feel like my faith is just, I feel like without faith and without believing in Jesus, my life just wouldn't have much purpose and like everything makes more sense. And it just, it kind of did, it like, I don't know what to say. I just think that it guides me and it gives me purpose. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all great. What were you doing in Honduras when you were there?
Yeah, so since I'm a Spanish major at Kelvin, they require you, and I wanted to do this. That's partly why I became a Spanish major, is because I wanted to live abroad for a little bit. And so that's what I was just studying Spanish abroad. I lived with a host family there, and I took classes at at the university in the capital city, Tegucigalpa, and so there were other students from Calvin there with me, and yeah, we were just very encouraged not to talk to our families back home, and that was hard for me just because I'm a verbal processor most of the time, and I really love my family, like bouncing off ideas from them, and I just felt very disconnected. And so in that time, I spent a lot of time with God.
Did you Were you in Spanish immersion at Zealand Christian, or when did your desire to learn Spanish come about?
Yeah, I wasn't in Spanish immersion. I think it was only just starting when I was entering Zealand Christian, and at that time, I don't think my parents like knew much about it, or it was kind of like there were some guinea pig years. So I wasn't in that, but I mean, when I was in elementary school and middle school, it was like specials Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, so not much at all. And then going into high school, I took all 4 years. I always really liked Spanish. I really liked learning about the culture. For some reason, I felt in high school like, because kind of a cultural, what people know sometimes about Hispanic culture is that sometimes they're late because they're very in the moment. And if I'm in the moment, I'm not going to, leave right, be super worried about getting somewhere. And I always felt like I really liked that. And American culture uh, is not as that way. And we're also very individualistic, whereas Hispanic culture is not. They're very family oriented. And I really liked that. And I really liked like learning the language. I liked the music. And I knew that in college I wanted to go abroad. I just knew I wanted to do that. So it really was a no-brainer for me to go into college and learn more Spanish, and a major just kind of came about, and I knew that I wanted to be an art teacher. So then I just made my Spanish like a education Spanish major as well, and yeah, I'm really happy with both.
That's really neat how you combined kind of two passions, and now it's working perfectly for Zealand Christian and
Yeah.
yourself. So that's awesome. All right, so let's learn a little bit more about some of the things that you like. What about favorite food or restaurants? Or maybe just a recent favorite. It doesn't have to be the all-time.
um I like Hopcat. New Holland.
You're the second person to say Hobcat in these interviews today.
Well, Hobcat just moved to Holland, so
Yeah.
everybody loves Hobcat. No, but I like to eat local. I like to eat in Holland and go to places with great ambiance, you know, and both of those places do. They're just really fun and good food. So, yeah, I like both those places.
Nice. What was the last great book that you read?
Oh yeah, so I just read and finished Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super popular right now. Such a popular book. So many people are reading it, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's kind of like a coming of age murder mystery and romance all in one.
That
So maybe that's why so many people like it.
yeah, checks a lot of
Yeah.
bucket. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm only a couple chapters in to my audiobook, so but
Oh,
yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy already.
Yeah, it starts a little bit slower. Like I didn't know. I was like, what's all the hype about when I was beginning the book? And then once you get like a little bit in, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't put it down.
Well, yeah, so far it's so focused on the setting. Like the
Right.
beginning, I feel like is so much about the landscape
Yep.
and just the backdrop for everything. So nice. Well, I'll have to keep on that one. The reason I'm not further is because my wife and I started it on a road trip. And so we rarely, well, obviously now we're never in the car at the same time over the last couple of months. So we just haven't like finished it. We haven't listened together in a while. So we'll probably have to listen to it on our own at this point. But a little bit more about your teaching style. So this will be your first full-time teaching position. What kind of teacher do you want to be? And maybe who are some of the teachers in the past who have inspired the kind of teacher you want to be?
Right. Well, teachers that inspire me and who inspired me in the past are people who care a lot about the students. They spend time getting to know you. They're fun. They move beyond just the curriculum or the material. I always really liked teachers that brought in kind of real world, like things that I'm going through. Like we could all talk about it, and it was a little bit more open. It wasn't so like regimented like that. I like my art teacher in high school. I was very close to. I took art all 4 years of my high school with her, and she just like always sat with us, you know, because in art you have lots of studio time, so working on your projects. And she always sat with us. She didn't sit at her desk. She sat with us, just talked with us, let us play music. It was always just like she was there with us, like, and it was
Mm.
just a safe place. And so I want to create that for my students. I there's like the myth that as a teacher, like when you're just starting out, you need to don't smile in the first, you know, couple weeks. And so that's totally not me. I'm going to smile a lot, and I'm going to want to have relationships with all my students. And so that will be a huge focus for me, because I've learned, especially through student teaching, that I really, when I get to know my students, I feel like I can handle situations better. You know, if something is not going good, like there's some student behavior that needs to be addressed, I find that if I know them better, it's a lot easier for me to know how to handle it best for them. And yeah, so just creating those relationships is super important. I had classes in high school, or even just lots of times in college, where you don't even know the name of the person sitting next to you. That won't happen in my classroom. Won't happen at Zealand Christian anyways, because it's small enough. But yeah, so I like to be very lighthearted, more flexible. Um, yeah, all those things mean a
Yeah.
lot to me. Yeah.
I feel like we should give your high school art teacher a shout out. What was her name?
So her name was Mrs. Osink. She
Mrs.
passed away
Austin.
my senior year.
Oh, she did.
She did. So that was
Oh,
also a very transformative time, because I was so close
yeah.
to her. It was about the middle of my senior year. And I knew she had been kind of sick for a while. didn't really know the extent of it.
Did she have cancer?
That's the thing is she just was very like her whole like I don't know what she had exactly.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
she had all sorts of things compounding is
Mm.
what I did know is like, she had diabetes, she just was always no not much energy.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
think she had she didn't have cancer because I
Okay.
would have known that. But
Yeah.
that's how much she didn't talk about
Yeah.
her own health. She always just was saying she was good. But
Mm. Wow.
it was crazy. I mean, and she taught through all of that.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was insane. I mean, the last couple weeks before she passed, she was only there kind of off and on a few times, and I probably didn't see her like 3 weeks before she passed, but it was sudden.
Wow. That's really neat that her legacy is living on now through you as an art teacher. That's really cool.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do what she did.
That's really special. Well, thank you so much, Brittany, for the time. This has been great to get to know you. Hopefully, I'll get to meet you in person sooner rather than
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
And
We're hoping at the beginning of June, right? That's when there's the first
yeah, hopefully.
PD or
Hmm.
orientation. Yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to be on site for that one.
I hope so.
Yeah. So if there's one last thing you could do for me, if you could look at your camera and kind of formally introduce yourself and just say, hi, my name is, and I'm
Sure.
excited to be teaching, and then say the roles you'll be teaching, and finish with at Zealand Christian.
Yeah, should I say, hi, my name is Brittany how should I say my name? Am I saying it to kids or to families or to teachers?
To families.
To families. So should I say Brittany Postma, Mrs. Postma?
You can say either one, whichever one. Give it a shot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just tell me when to go.
Yep, whenever you're ready. Awesome. So good. Great to talk to you, Brittany.
Yeah, good to talk to you too. Thank you for getting to know us new teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.